Sir, can you give me an example of e-governance? Give me a problem that is existing today, and if I bring in e-governance, how will it be solved in the future?
I mean, there are many areas to improve e-governance. Let's say today you're you open a cafe. You want to get a permit from the municipality. Firstly, the municipality's permits should be very clearly defined. When you asked me earlier, how do you improve bureaucracy, income tax? Firstly, those departments have to clearly define what is legal, what is illegal. Can't leave it grey, because grey means it's left to interpretation, which means it opens up the door for harassment and corruption.
And also eliminates automation.
It also eliminates the ability to automate, but it opens up the door for corruption, for interpretation. You have to reduce the ability to have different interpretations. So someone says, Ganesh, you owe 5 lakhs of tax. You say, no, I only owe 2 lakhs of tax. Eliminate that door for interpretation. Very clearly, Ganesh has earned this much income, Ganesh has to pay this much tax, chapter over. Then the government, the income tax official has no right to hold you, to demand money from you. Secondly, if they do that, are they being held accountable? When it's very black and white that Ganesh does not owe the government that much amount of tax, are they being held accountable for unnecessarily harassing you, for taking a matter to the courts through a judicial process which wastes time, which prevents other more important matters from being heard? And in the case of, let's say, a municipal permit, make that process online. Move towards an e-government system. Move towards an e-permit system. You apply to the BMC. Why should it take so long? Within a stipulated period of time, maybe 24 hours, 48 hours, if you're meeting all the criteria, whatever the criteria is, you have a fire exit, let's say, in your cafe, you're given permission. And then there's no scope of harassing you. So these are the areas we need to improve. One is using technology to disintermediate the relationship between government, bureaucracy and the citizen. But two, also making laws and rules watertight, black and white, so that you remove the scope of interpretation, which opens the door to corruption.
A classic example of the same is also RERA, right?
Yes.
It is not open to interpretation.
Yes.
Saves the home buyer's money and clearly defines what exactly can the builder utilize the funds for.
And clearly stipulates what the builder's duty is to provide a citizen, works in favor of the citizen, works in favor of the home buyer, and has powers to punish the builder, which is unfortunately an industry which has as bad a reputation as politicians, and holds them accountable, where if they're not honoring those commitments, they're punished.
Yeah. Sir, what would
I'll summarize this point.
Okay.
Improving governance is a multifaceted approach. Using technology is a means of e-governance. But also the government has to do a lot of homework. The government also has to make its laws, rules consumer friendly, citizen friendly, and reduce interpretation. If both those go hand in hand, you then have a golden era of great governance.
Hi guys, thank you so much for watching the Indian Business Podcast. If you find value in our work, please hit that subscribe button, because for you it might be a zero effort task, but for us that subscriber count is an important instrument to get great guests to our podcast and to make this podcast better for you. So if you find value, please subscribe.